Yep.
We're good.
So you're calling the Muskrat Falls inquiry in the fall. When will it actually begin?
Well, we've got some draft terms of reference now that we want to finalize. We know now that we'll be ready to get this started in the fall. So once we get the terms of reference finalized, we will be looking for a commissioner and we'll get this started.
Has there been any discussion on who that judge might be?
No, it'd be a bit early to tell because you would anticipate any judge or any commissioner that would be leaning on to do this, of course. They would want to see the terms of reference. We get those finalized first, but we know enough now that we'll be able to get this started this fall.
It wasn't very long ago that your line was, we need an inquiry, but we need to wait. We can't distract Nalcor. They need to be focused on the project. If the inquiry starts ramping up this fall, what happened there?
What happened there? There was a lot of momentum on the project this year. They've been able to progress it, to a large degree. It's 83% complete right now. So the level of disruption will be quite different than it would be when we talked about this earlier in the year. We wanted to make sure that we were comfortable that progress would be made. We know now that the transmission line is nearing completion, so that's about 50% of the project right now. So it's now in the position that we will be able to get this inquiry started this fall.
But that's
Who's writing the terms of
83%.
reference?
It was like 78% when you said it was too soon. So is that really that much of a difference?
And there were a number of things then that had to be concluded around where the financing would be, getting some contracts in place, and so on. So the project is in a much different place right now. The transformers are all on site as an example. So the project is in much better shape right now with 83% complete. So we're ready to call this inquiry this fall.
How much of this is because of the pressure that you had from opponents of the project and supporters of the project? It seemed everyone else has been asking for an inquiry to start ASAP.
Absolutely, and we knew that back when we were first asked this. But it was important to me that we get this project, under control without least disruptive. We did not want to see that because we know anytime we lose pace, lose schedule, increase costs in this, we know what that means. That means higher rates for Newfoundlanders and Labradorians. So this is a good time to start this right now. Get the terms of reference in place, and we'll get this inquiry started this fall.
Why announce this tonight? Why not announce this to people who, like the Labrador land protectors or protesters or people in Labrador? Why announce this to your party?
You can. This is just not my party. These are people from all across the province here. But these are people out tonight. We're ready now. If this was Monday morning or Tuesday morning, but we're far enough advanced right now that we know we are ready to announce that we can get this inquiry started this fall. And I'm sure by now, with Twitter and social media and so on, that everybody will know about it.
What about a forensic audit? Will that happen?
Well, the forensic audit, Michael, when we looked at it, the best option for us was an inquiry. The forensic audit would actually only give a certain level of detail, and we weren't comfortable with that. We know people, they really want to get to the root of the issues that are on people's minds, get some answers, and we feel the best way to do that now is with an inquiry.
Will there be a forensic audit as part of the inquiry?
Well, whatever the commission decides, who they would bring to testify and provide information, I'll leave that to the process. The thing is we really want to get to the bottom of this, and whatever is required, by the commissioners, we want to make sure they have access to the resources that they need to get the answers from Newfoundlanders and Labradorians.
What does Stan Marshall think about calling an inquiry this fall?
Well, Stan Marshall, he's the CEO of Nalcor. And so they've been anticipating this, getting ready. They've been gathering information and so on. The board would be aware of it and so on. So, they know this is coming, and they've known this is coming for quite some time. We've made them aware of that. So, it's no better time to get it started than now.
Are we finally going to see the inner-spending of Nalcor?
Pardon me?
Are we finally going to see the books of Nalcor?
Well, I think, we've reached out to the board. The board is going to look at through a letter that we sent. That is now a public letter. The board will be meeting, I guess, possibly as early as tomorrow, and they will be review and take a look at what options that we have available to us. I don't like the fact that we have contractors that's been at Nalco for a number of years, and that information is not disclosed. So let's see what the board comes back with, and we want to do our best to get that information out there.
You want to see the board approve that information for release?
I want to get the information out there to the public. They have a right to know how much money is being spent and on whom. And so we need to get some rationale, some reasoning beyond why this cannot be done. I think it belongs, it should be publicly available, and we'll see what options the board comes back to us with.
So you mentioned that Nalcor is aware that this is going to happen. That's very different from welcoming it or wanting it to happen. Is there some reluctance from Nalcor to have this inquiry proceed?
I have not seen any reluctance from Nalcor at all about an inquiry.
So this will be a judicial inquiry with a judge as the commissioner?
Michael, we want to get we want to get the terms of reference finalized first. Justice is working on that now. We know that we're just a few days away from getting the terms of reference finalized. We'll give that to a judge, and we'll determine what the best way to actually get the information that the people in Newfoundland and Labrador want.
How expansive do you think it'll be? Like, how far back are you going to go in this?
That's a good question, and quite frankly, I want to go back as far as we need to get the appropriate amount of information, whatever it takes to get the answers that people rightfully deserve.
Have you had any